We're live. Hello, everyone. This is Sonia. I'm the co-founder of Boutique, for the one who don't know who I am. And today we have Sarah. It's our fourth event together, or fifth, if I'm not mistaken. Hi, Sarah. Thank you for being
Hi,
here. Thank you.
excited to be back.
Me too. We are all excited. Sarah is the executive director, account and education at LiftLab Skincare. And for the one who were not here during the event, I'm going to give a little wrap up about LiftLab and Sarah, who she is, because she is a licensed skin therapist for more than 15 years. She is a guru in her industry and what she's doing. She's been working with LiftLab for 7 years now. She has been working with Dermalogica before, which is a much bigger company, but she moved to LiftLab because of the mission, and she believes in the brand mission and the product that they are offering. And it's for a good reason, because it's a result-driven ingredients that they have. LiftLab is the only company that is using a protein that is called the CPP, and this protein is a protein that we is used that we find. Sorry for the word, I don't find the word that helps to combat the harsh weather for the plants and also in the desert for the harsh warm and cold weather. Then it's the only one that is used in skincare products and helps a lot the skin. Then you will learn more about it with Sarah. And today you will learn about how to calm, eliminate, and prevent skin inflammation. And I know about inflammation so much. I have myself psoriasis, not on my face. Then, I know how much the ingredients is so important, and the product that we use on our skin is so important. And Sarah will show you using one product that is LIFT+FIX. Today, I took the cap from it. I have it here with me, and she will show you that using the product. And also we have special offers today. As usual, I'm gonna put it on the screen. We have 20% for 2 weeks on LIFT+FIX. It's available only for 2 weeks. You can use this code down here, LIFT+FIX20, at the checkout at Boutique NYC. And you also have a prize to win. That's what we do for every event with LiftLab. You have the chance to win. It's up to 5 winners of a mask, and you're going to have also a travel size of the moisturizer that will come with it. Then to do that, what you have to do, because there's always conditions when you want to win something. Here we go. The condition is you have to be a member of a beauty club. Then for the members who are already members, you send us an email by saying mask LiftLab, and we're going to know that you are already a member. So we're going to check it. And we also, for the one who are not members, what you can do is you go to this link, Beauty Club, and you fill in the form, and you put a note at the end, mask LiftLab, and we will know that you are looking to win the product. It's for the next 24 hours. Then send us the email in the next 24 hours, or if you are a member, send us the email. If you're not, fill in the form, and we will wait for that and send you an email after that to select the 5 winners. Then without taking more time, there's a last thing that I would like to say. Ask any question on Facebook, on YouTube, and we will answer all your questions at the end when Sarah finishes all the presentation and all the tips that she's going to show you today. Then without taking any more time, Sarah, the stage is yours.
Thank you. I am super passionate to talk about inflammation in the skin, as I have experienced it personally as well. I think that if you ask anyone, or if you think about your own skin at any point in time, you have probably experienced inflammation. So inflammation in the skin, why do we even care? Yeah, it gets red, it can go away. This is the deal. Redness or pinkness in the skin is a stop sign. It is an alert. It is the body's way of telling us something's not right. What does that mean long term? No big deal. I got a little sunburn. Inflammation is the leading cause to premature aging. When I say premature aging, what I mean by that is our skin would not look like it does if we did not expose it to the elements in the environment, indoors or outdoors, that we do. So premature means our body wouldn't naturally be to this point had it not been exposed. So what we need to do is prevent. The key is preventing. Yes, when you have inflammation, having something on hand to treat the inflammation, but if you could prevent it, how much easier would that be? So I don't want anyone to think our conversation today is only for super sensitive skin. That's not the deal at all. However, if you have eczema, psoriasis, rosacea, if you experience hay fever or allergies or asthma or have that just naturally sensitive skin type, this conversation is for you as well. And if you say, my skin hardly ever gets red, well, we don't see inflammation on the surface until it's like the last ditch effort. That's when our skin is really upset. So what we need to do is prevent inflammation that we can't even see on the surface that's happening inside. That's where our collagen and elastin lives. That's where the strength and the structure in the skin lives. And that's what we need to control. So Lift+FIX Serum. Now at LiftLab, this was our very first product that we formulated. So back over 25 years ago, our scientists discovered a peptide. It's a protein, but it's super, super small, and it works as a peptide. What that peptide does in nature, in very cold climates, very warm climates, and everything in between. The point is, it's very stable. It's found in all extremes, and it can communicate, treat, and help heal our skin in any type of condition. This peptide was found not only in the Arctic, but also in the desert. And what it does through evolution helps plants and animals survive and heal. So our scientists said, oh my gosh, this is phenomenal. Let's test the parameters of it. So we've done incredible tests, and all of our tests are done by third-party labs. So that means, yes, we do testing internally, but any type of percentage we give you is always tested and verified by third-party labs, an outside source, so there's no bias because we are serious about being real and delivering results. Lift+FIX. Lift+FIX Serum has the proper concentration of our peptide to reduce redness in the skin by 95%. This study was so exciting, even for the lab that performed it, because they said, we never get a product that reduces 95% or instigates or takes care of 95% of the issue we're treating in every participant. And that's what happened with Lift+FIX. The way we conducted the study is, believe it or not, people actually signed up for this, to have a controlled sunburn done on their back. Half their back was their regular skin, no product put on. The other half was treated with Lift+FIX. UV light was placed on the skin for X amount of time, and then the redness was measured afterwards. And so they voluntarily received a sunburn, and we, or the lab, measured the half that wasn't treated and then the half that was treated. The half that was treated had a 95% reduction in the redness in the skin. So not only did it prevent, but then once applied to the area, it also helped to cool and calm. So what that tells us is anytime the skin is excited, blood flow comes to the area it's excited and it becomes red. So it doesn't matter if it's UV exposure, if it's blunt trauma, if it's friction on the skin, if it's ingredients that are over processing our skin and causing our skin to become irritated, redness or inflammation looks the same in the skin in terms of extra fluid in the area, putting pressure down on the structure of the skin. That's our collagen, elastin, and like the basement structure of the skin. So it will be like the scaffolding in a building, right? The inside structure starts to weaken. And so then the building or the outside, the cover, the walls start to weaken with it. So when you use Lift and Fix, whatever is going to be the cause of your inflammation is going to be reduced by 95%. So we are preventing aging, and then we're also addressing existing inflammation in the skin. Now, I'd love to show you what this serum looks like. It's very thin and lucid. So when you're layering your products, you're going to go thin to thick. You cleanse, treat the eyes, your serums, layer on a heavier oil serum if you do, and then moisturize. You'll see that Lift and Fix is very thin and lucid. Can you tell how it runs down the hand? It's very thin and slippery and ultra hydrating. We have aloe, arnica, our CPP peptide. It's a beautiful serum that is very thin. And so what that means is even skin that is oily or active or hot, or you almost feel like if you're a person that doesn't want to have layers on the skin, you can use Lift and Fix. So what you do is pump one pump into the fingertips, press between both hands. Then you're going to press in the skin. Now, I use Lift and Fix all the time. For example, my children have been playing out in literally 0-degree weather this winter. I put Fix on them every night, and it helps to heal that impaired barrier function or that raw skin. So not only in Fix do we have peptides, we also have some other active ingredients like Aquaphyl. Aquaphyl is hyaluronic acid, but taken to the next level. It's paired with a barley extract. And when you pair the two of them together, they become this like superhero humectant that heals the barrier function on the skin. So if you ever experience different textures or irritation levels on the skin, or sometimes you have like rosy cheeks in the winter, or like the tip of your nose, or even like on the chin, wherever that chapped skin might be, Lift and Fix is going to help reinforce and heal that barrier. Now, we also use this serum in our dermatological and plastic surgeon offices. When you are having procedures on the skin, whether it's microneedling, which is more invasive, if you're having laser, which is really addressing the barrier and removing the barrier, the surface barrier, if you are having chemical peels, any type of like very active or aggressive treatment, can always use healing or rejuvenating or calming and conditioning from Lift and Fix. So this is actually a beautiful formula that is used to actually microneedle into the skin. So if you have, for example, acne, and you have some areas that have like opened up or you've extracted, you can put Lift and Fix on the skin. It will hydrate, it will promote healing, and it will never be comedogenic or pore clogging. So the point I want you to know is that this is effective for every skin type and every condition. At the end of the day, we are trying to balance the skin. We're trying to calm down any external sources that have caused inflammation that lead to the breakdown, otherwise known as premature aging in the skin. So what I would love to know is, what do you feel like you're experiencing with premature aging in the skin? What type of skin do you have? How can I explain or help you fix into your regimen to support what you're already doing at home. I will, before we go to questions, share how I personally use it. My skin is very like telling of the environment. In the summer, I get real combination, oily, normal skin. And in the winter, I get red, sensitive or sensitized, dry, itchy skin. I use LIFT+FIX year round. So for me in the winter, wherever I have that impaired barrier function or almost that itchiness on the skin, it's going to fortify it with that Aquaphyl, that barley and hyaluronic acid on the surface. And then it's going to use the peptide to rejuvenate and support the proper skin function, even though it's being assaulted by the environment. In the summer, when I have more combination oily T-zone, it's going to offer hydration to the skin. When you have proper hydration levels or water content in the skin, you're less likely to produce more oil. The body only produces oil. It doesn't produce water. So if you are dehydrated, how does the skin automatically try to make up for that? By producing oil. So if you find that you have combination skin or oily skin, maybe you feel like you're dry on the surface but oily underneath. It's actually dehydration, and then your body is producing that oil to try to combat it. And then you feel like you have this shiny, almost thin crust on the surface. LIFT+FIX will take that right away for you. If you get issues maybe on your shoulders or on the back of your arms, that keratosis pilaris, or you have really ashy elbows, you have an impaired barrier function there, LIFT+FIX is phenomenal. My husband and my dad use it after shaving. It immediately calms that assault because shaving is scraping the skin. You're trying to remove the hair, but at the same time, you're scraping the skin. So the Aquaphyl is going to reinforce the barrier function, and then the hydrating qualities and the rejuvenating qualities help to heal. If you have folliculitis or ingrown hairs, this will take care of that because it will calm the inflammation and hydrate and allow the hair to come out. So with that said, ladies who are doing maybe waxing or shaving other parts of the body, LIFT+FIX is a phenomenal post hair removal treatment for anyone. Now, in my routine, I definitely use it twice a day, and that is before my more multivitamin based serum that has a little bit more body because this is thinner. So I'm hydrating. I'm almost priming the surface of the skin to receive my heavier treatments. So LIFT+FIX is going to go first when you have heavier serums or before your moisturizer. Also remember, when you are using a prescription on the skin, that goes first. Prescription takes priority when you're layering your products, then your serums, then your moisturizer. So tell me, how can I help customize your routine coming out of winter slowly and into spring? I can't hear you. Are you on mute?
Mute. Yeah, I forget always the unmute. Then ask question to Sarah. This is really the time to have her expertise here. You have her to answer all your question. We have some comments from Alex. She was saying that sounds so cool. Outside testing.
Always.
All the time.
Always.
95% reduction.
Huge.
Alex, arnica is for inflammation. Love that it's in there.
Yes. So if you talk about arnica is a botanical, just like aloe is a botanical. And arnica is phenomenal for inflammation and also bruising. Have you ever heard if you get a bad bruise to put arnica on it and it will help that pooling of blood reabsorb into the skin? Okay, think about that for a minute. Inflammation is extra blood coming to the surface, puffing up the skin, putting pressure down on the structure of the skin. So if we're adding natural ingredients like arnica with peptides, with aloe, with Aquaphyl, you're going to prevent that bruising or that pressure and the extra fluid, and then turn over and rejuvenate the skin at the same time. Pretty cool formula.
Alex said, I need that.
Everyone does, I'm telling you.
Everybody, me included. Marlon, this sounds like an amazing product. It is. I can say it. I'm using it for a few months, and it is. I have a very sensitive skin myself. Then, what would you say? I mean, for somebody like me, I have psoriasis. Obviously, I don't have on my face. And for people who have rosacea, Dana's also asking the question. How do you suggest the use, for that when people have rosacea or psoriasis? Some people have psoriasis on their face as well.
They do. I actually connected with a client who I started working with last week, and she has psoriasis down her back. And it's really uncomfortable because when she even wears a shirt, it kind of rubs on it and it's irritating. So she started putting LIFT+FIX on the areas. Her husband's helping her because she said, I can't kind of, see what I'm doing. But still, even if you stood in the mirror, you can feel those areas that are a little bit more textured on the skin. Whenever you use LIFT+FIX on rosacea, psoriasis, eczema, areas that are sensitized, we're not rubbing. Remember, this is super thin. So I don't know if you can see from your end, but it's like a very thin formula. So when you press it into the skin, it's going to absorb. It's designed to work with your system. No rubbing needed because that's friction that can create more inflammation. So just set it or press it into the skin. There's no oil content. It will never leave fingerprints on your clothes. So if you have irritated skin of any kind, if you feel heat in your skin, just press it on the area. And by the way, my client that has been using LIFT+FIX now on her psoriasis on her back for a week, it's completely transformed. It doesn't itch anymore. And it's starting to turn skin tone pink again instead of that flaky, really irritated, built up, almost like white snowflakey look. So that's how we know that it is stimulating that healing and getting back to normal. I also want to tell you one other thing about psoriasis. We have a dermatologist down in Florida, and they're at quite a large dermatology practice. And a couple years ago, I was introduced to them at a medical conference. And one of the doctors, there's two doctors at this practice, he said, I have suffered with psoriasis on my hands since childhood. And this dermatologist has access to everything to treat skin. He said, I have tried anything that you can think of. I have tried every medication on the market, topical, oral, everything. Nothing has controlled his psoriasis until he tried LIFT+FIX. So he gave us a review and said, this is the only thing that controls the psoriasis on his hands. That is like really exciting because here is a physician who has access to anything on the market to control psoriasis. So there's different types of psoriasis, gang. I'm not claiming to be a doctor. What I'm sharing is what I have experienced with clients over and over and over, that when you feed the skin with ingredients that are at the proper percentage to communicate with the skin and balance the skin function, I have found beautiful results with eczema, psoriasis, and rosacea, and overproduction of oil with LIFT+FIX.
And I will add, Sarah, as someone who had psoriasis I'm controlling the psoriasis for 20 years. And when a product has a toxic, like even a very small thing, the skin react. And me, I have, let's say, I'm going to make you a demonstration right away on my psoriasis that I don't, I would put it right away on it. I have it here. And I don't feel it. It's so thin. and it dries out, and I don't feel the reaction, because I'm like the greatest tester for any product on psoriasis, because I react right away because it's an open skin. And when I put it in there, as you can see, it gets absorbed so fast. Then this is like a live demonstration on what she was saying.
It's perfect. And you notice, I could see from my end that you weren't rubbing or pushing it into the skin. You're just setting it on the skin and allowing those ingredients to work and go where they're supposed to. It's perfect.
Yeah. Dana is asking a question: would this product replace a normal daily serum or work in addition to it?
Hi, Dana. That is a great question. So what is your normal daily serum? If you have a serum that you are absolutely in love with, I, as a skin therapist, am not going to say you stop using that. Now, if there is artificial fragrance or artificial color in the product, I would recommend to take a break and see if you get the results you're looking for with something else. If your serum has healthy ingredients and you love it, layer it. You can absolutely layer Lift and Fix. There are going to be irritants and stimulation, overstimulation in our environment 24/7. Our skin is lazy. We need to remind it how to behave. And I'm really trying to be proactive with my skin because I don't want to have some, crazy invasive procedures down the road. So I'm using this twice a day to prevent, also to treat when I get irritated or my skin gets itchy or over oily. So I'm addressing immediate, but I'm also using it as a preventative tool to hopefully stave off some of that premature aging. So I use it twice a day as a daily serum. Now in the winter, sometimes if I feel like my skin just needs extra, I do layer a serum on top of it. So that was a really long answer to say it's personal use. You can, of course, you get a sunburn, I would put it like all over where my sunburn is until it's healed. You can't use too much of this. It won't overactivate in the skin. But for daily maintenance and prevention, twice a day. Absolutely.
Twice a day. Any other question? If you have any question, it's the time, because it's almost the end of our event. And I'm going to remind you, it's 20%. If you want to buy Lift and Fix, it's 20% until 2 weeks. I think it's March 11. You add the code LIFT+FIX20 that you see down there at checkout. And also you have the winners, 5 winners. We have 5 lucky winners. Send us email if you are a member already. If you're not a member, you go to Beauty Club, and this link, Beauty Club, at our website, Beauty NYC, Beauty Club, you fill in the form and you put mask at the end, mask LiftLab, and you will be maybe the winner of the face mask and a travel size of the moisturizer. I think we have another question from Marlene, not a question, but she's saying thank you for all this helpful information. And Dana is saying thank you, Sarah.
You're so welcome. And if I can give you a little tip on the serum as opposed to the serum in the mask. So this mask is a professional dose of serum. So that means when clients come to me with a skin treatment and we use this in the treatment, it is designed to be used once, maximum twice a week. Okay. Where this serum is designed to be used twice a day. So they're very different formulas. Of course, all of our products have our peptide in them, but they're very different formulas. So one isn't the other. They're not equal because they treat the skin differently. So whereas you can use this twice a day as your daily serum, and also if you have an irritated condition on the skin or an inflamed condition, you can use it like maybe every 2 hours, a couple times, more than 2 times a day, to treat that area until it's comfortable. Whereas this, you're not going to use this 2 days in a row because there's so much treatment. It's a professional dose of treatment that it's just going to be too much sitting on the skin. So this would be a treatment, a professional level treatment at home, like once weekly.
And you know, Sarah, you told about the peptide, and correct me if I'm wrong, but the peptide go in a deeper level in the skin. I mean, if you want to give a little explanation about it, because it's not everyone who knows what
Sure.
the peptide does, and it's so important.
I would love to. So if we think about ingredients, we have layers and layers and layers and layers and layers and layers of skin. Different ingredients go to different depths in the skin based on their size. So just for a visual, if we have a pencil eraser, a gumball, and a golf ball, the golf ball size ingredients aren't going to go to where the pencil eraser ingredients are going to go. Those are more made to work on the surface, whereas the gumball is made to work below the first couple layers in the epidermis. And then peptides are really designed to communicate at a cellular level. That means where we have living skin cells that are dividing and maturing and growing and reinforcing that structure in the skin. So peptides are powerful ingredients that communicate with the skin. Peptides aren't enough. We need the we need the pencil eraser, the gumball, and the golf ball because they support each other. We need the surface strong, so then those other ingredients can communicate. We need inside the skin hydrated, so then deeper in the skin, our peptides are able to go to work because they're protected at the closer layers to the surface of the skin with hydration. So we need the proper mix of actives to work at the different layers in the skin. And so that's what our clinicals show us in all our finished formulas, that when you mix the proper dose of the different actives and then you're powered by a peptide that naturally regenerates the skin, you're going to see results like in the mirror and feel them before one tuber jar is finished with LiftLab. Always.
Thank you. We have a question. Just a second. I missed it where I want to bring it. Does it absorb quickly? And yeah, I want you to talk about it a little bit more.
Yes, yes. So when we're talking about Lift and Fix, remember that this is our most lucid or thin product. So it will readily absorb in the skin. So if you take one pump and apply it to the skin and your skin just soaks it up like you can't even tell that you applied a product and you want to put a second pump, go ahead. Absolutely. I usually do one pump for the face and then one pump for the neck and décolleté. That's my daily routine. But if the skin, for some reason, needs more nutrients at that time, listen to your skin. Go ahead and apply a second pump. When you're using LiftLab products and you're using the proper amount of each product, they should all layer very comfortably on the skin. You should never feel a film on the skin. You should never have product pill or ball up on the skin. If that happens with LiftLab, you're using way too much product, because all of our formulas are very sophisticated. They are designed to work with and in the skin. So they should never sit on the surface like a film. They should be very comfortable.
Yeah, and as a reminder, you know, LiftLab is a medical grade company, means science is backing everything they are claiming. You know, it's all scientific. You know, whatever she's explaining, Sarah, is backed by science, and the results are there. It's clinically proven. Then whatever Sarah is saying is all proven. Then if you want to try it, you know, it's really the time to try it. You have 20%. We don't really do discount. It's only through events that we do discount, that take advantage of this. You have 20% on it. It's Lift and Fix, LiftFix 20, and we're almost finished. It's 34 minutes now. I'm going to add it here again, LiftFix 20. And if you want to win the mask, we have 5 lucky winners. Then you are a member, send us an email, tell us face mask LiftLab. And if you're not a member, fill in the form, Beauty Club here. It's gonna take you a few minutes. in the next 24 hours. Then if we don't have any more question, I would like to say thank you so much, Sarah. It was really always insightful as usual. Thank you so much. Thank you all for being here. And we will have other events. Of course, we will send an email. Stay tuned. We will send an email to all of you, and stay tuned. And thank you again. Lift and Fix. If you have any inflammation, this is the product to use. Bye-bye.
Cheers.
Cheers.